Page 72. If you're black, stay back. From the other America. These are not my words. I have other words. There are sympathetic and concerned people who do not understand how deeply America's integrated racism into its structure. Given time, they argue, the Negroes will rise in the society like the Irish, the Jews, the Italians, and all the rest. But this notion misses two decisive facts: that the Negro is colored, and no other group in the United States has ever faced such a problem, and that the Negro of today is an internal migrant who will face racism wherever he goes, who cannot leave his oppression behind as if it were a czar or a potato famine. What if you're the czar of the potato famine? To be equal, the Negro requires something much more profound than a way into the society. He needs a transformation of some of the basic institutions of the society. The Negro is poor because he is black. That is obvious enough. But perhaps more important, the Negro is black because he is poor. The laws against color can be removed, but that will leave the poverty that is the historic and institutionalized consequence of color. As long as this is the case, being born a Negro will continue to be the most profound disability that the United States imposes upon a citizen. Perhaps the quickest way to point up the racism of the American economy is to recall a strange case of jubilation. Late in 1960, the Department of Labor issued a study, The Economic Situation of Negroes in the United States. It noted that in 1939, non-white workers earned, on the average, 41% as much as whites, and that by 1958 their wages had climbed to 58% of that of whites. Not a little elation greeted this announcement. Some of the editorialists cited these statistics as indicating that slow and steady progress was being made. At this rate, the Negro would reach parity with the white sometime well after the year 2000. To begin with, the figures were somewhat more optimistic than the reality. Part of the Negro gain reflected the shift of rural Negroes to cities and Southern Negroes to the north. In both cases, the people involved increased their incomes by going into a more prosperous section of the country. But within each area, their relative position remained the same. At the bottom, there's one more sentence on page 72 that goes into page 73. I got your 72, right? I literally opened right to 72. That's what you're pinging for, right? Be honest. Lesser evilism. However, I got my own, right? I told you. This is not my Michael Harrington. This was not what I got from the estate of Michael Harrington. Part 2 coming up.